black and white. You cannot deny that. It's all here. Down here in the dead cat's column. Read it for yourself, Chief.
Yesterday, just before lunchtime in the church square of our town, a cat was trampled to death by a pachyderm.
It wasn't exactly in the church square.
That's all it says. No other details.
Well, it's clear enough.
I never believe journalists. They're all liars. I don't need them to tell me what to think. I believe what I see with my own eyes. Speaking as a former teacher, I like things to be precise, scientifically valid. I've got a methodical mind.
What's a methodical mind got to do with it?
I think it's stated very precisely, Mr. Botar.
You call that precise? And what, pray, does it mean by a pachyderm? What does the editor of a dead cat column understand by a pachyderm? He doesn't say. And what does he mean by a cat?
Oh, everybody knows what a cat is.
Does it concern a male cat or a female? What breed and what color? The color bar is something I feel very strongly about. I hate it.
What has a color bar got to do with it, Mr. Botar? It's quite beside the point.
Please forgive me, Mr. Papillon, but you can't deny that the color bar is one of the greatest stumbling blocks of our time.
I know that. We all know that, but it has nothing
It's not an issue. It's misleading, Mr. Dudar. The course of history has shown that racial prejudice...
I tell you, it doesn't enter into it.
I'm not so sure.
The color bar is not the issue at stake.
One should never dismiss an occasion to denounce it.
But we told you that none of us is in favor of the color bar. It's simply a question of a cat being run over by a pachyderm. In this case, a rhinoceros.
I'm a northerner myself. Southerners have got too much imagination. Perhaps it was merely a flea run over by a mouse. People make mountains out of molehills.
Let us try and get things clear. Did you yourself, with your own eyes, see a rhinoceros strolling through the streets of our town?
It didn't stroll, it ran.
No, I didn't see it personally, but a lot of very reliable people.
It's obvious they're watching something else. You put too much trust into these journalists. They don't care what they invent to sell the wretched newspapers and please the bosses they serve. And you mean to tell me that they've taken in you, a qualified man of law. Forgive me for laughing.
But I saw it. I saw the rhinoceros. I'd take my oath on it.
Get away with you. And I thought you were a sensible girl.
Mr. Botar, I can see straight, and I'm not the only one. There were plenty of other people watching.
They were probably watching something else. A few idlers with nothing to do. Workshop loafers.
It happened yesterday. Sunday.
I work on Sundays as well. I have no time for priests who do their utmost to get you to church, just to prevent you from working and earning your daily bread by the sweat of your brow.
Oh!
I don't mean to be offensive. The fact that I despise religion doesn't mean I don't esteem it highly. In any case, do you know what a rhinoceros looks like?
It's a very big, ugly animal.
And you pride yourself on your precise thinking. The rhinoceros...
Let's not start a lecture on the rhinoceros here. We're not in school.
That's a pity.
Well, it's gone 9, Miss Daisy. Put away the timesheets. Too bad about the latecomers.
I campaign against ignorance wherever I find it.
Morning, Miss Daisy.
Hurry up,
Later,
Mr.
Mike.
Berenger.
In palace or in humble
Quick,
huts.
sign the timesheet.
No matter where, even in printing offices.
Mr. Botar, I consider
Yes, he's here.
you've gone too far.
I think so too, sir.
Are you suggesting that Mr. Duda, my colleague and yours, a law graduate and first-class employee, is ignorant?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but the teaching that you get at the university isn't up to what you get at the ordinary schools.
What about that timesheet?
Here it is, sir.
There's no clear thinking at the university, no encouragement for practical observation.
Oh, come now.
Good morning, Mr. Papillon. Good morning, Mr. Papillon. Sorry for almost being late. Good morning, Mr. Botar, Mr. Dudar,
Well?
Miss Daisy.
Did you see the rhinoceros by any chance?
Oh,
All
better
you
did.
get at the universities are fat intellectuals with no practical knowledge of life.
Rubbish!
I saw a rhinoceros, rather two rhinoceroses.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
But there were others there too. I was there with my friend Jean. There are plenty of others.
It was a unicorn rhinoceros.
They're in league, the two of them, to have us on.
I rather think it had 2 horns, from what I heard.
You better make up your mind.
That'll do, gentlemen. Time's getting on.
Did you see one rhinoceros, Mr. Berenger, or 2 rhinoceros?
Well, you see, it's hard to say.
You don't know. Miss Daisy saw 1 unicorn rhinoceros. What about your rhinoceros, Mr. Barringer, if indeed there was one? Did it have one horn or two?
Well, exactly, that's the whole problem.
It's all very dubious.
Oh.
I don't mean to be offensive, but I don't believe a word of it. No rhinoceros has ever been seen in this country.
There's a first time for everything.
It has never been seen, except in schoolbook illustrations. Your rhinoceroses are a flower of some washwoman's imagination.
The word flower compared to rhinoceros seems a bit out of place.
Very true.
Your rhinoceroses are a myth.
A myth?
Gentlemen, I think it's high time we started to work.
A myth, like flying saucers.
Nevertheless, the cat was trampled to death. That you can't deny.
It is true. There's witness to it.
In front of witnesses!
Yes, and what a witness!
Gentlemen, gentlemen.
An example of collective psychosis, Mr. Dudar. Just like religion, the opiate of the people.
Well, I believe flying saucers exist.
That's quite enough. There's been enough gossip. Rhinoceros or no rhinoceros, saucers or no saucers, work must go on. You're not paid to waste your time arguing about real or imaginary animals.
Imaginary.
Real!
Very real.
Gentlemen, I remind you once again that we are in working hours. I'm putting an end to this futile discussion.
Very well, Mr. Papillon. You are the chief. Your wishes are our command.
Get on, gentlemen. I don't want to be forced to make a deduction from your salaries. Mr. Dudar, have you finished your report on the alcoholic repression law yet?
I'm just finishing it up, sir.
Then do so. It's very urgent. Mr. Barringer and Mr. Botar, have you finished correcting the proofs on the wine trade control regulations?
Not yet, but they're well on their way.
Then finish it off together. The printers are waiting. Miss Daisy, bring the letters to my office for signature. Hurry up and get them typed.
Very good, Mr. Papillon.
I shall see you all shortly, gentlemen.
Control of the proprietary wine produce. Control, with one out. Proprietary, capital P. The control of the wines of the...
I haven't got that. You've skipped a line.
Ah, well, it's okay. We'll just start again.
Please don't read so loud. I can't concentrate when you're shouting at the tops of your voices.
It's all a hoax.
What's all a hoax?
Your rhinoceros business, of course. You're making all this propaganda to get these rumors started.
What propaganda?
No question of any propaganda.
You would have to say it again. I saw it. I actually saw it. And others did too.
You make me laugh. Propaganda? Propaganda for what?
Oh, you know more about that than I do. Don't make out you're so innocent.
At any rate, Mr. Botar, I am not in the pay of any furtive underground organization.
That's an insult. I'm not standing for that.
No, Mr. Botar.
No, Mr.
I
Dudar.
told you that's an insult.
Is Mr. Buff not in today?
No, he's not come in yet.
Just when I needed him. Did he let anybody know he was ill or couldn't come in?
No, he hasn't said anything to me.
This goes on. I shall fire him. It's not the first time he's played me this trick. Up until now, I haven't said anything, but it's not going on like this. Has anyone got the key to his desk?
Oh, here's Mrs. Buff.
Good morning, Mrs. Buff.
Morning, Mr. Papillon. Good morning, everyone.
Well, where's your husband? Is it too much trouble to come in anymore?
Please excuse him, my husband, I mean. He's with his family for the weekend. He has a touch of the flu.
So he's got a touch of flu, has he?
He says so in a telegram. He hopes to be back on Wednesday. Could I have a glass of water and sit down a moment?
Get her a glass of water.
Yes, straight away.
She must have a weak heart.
Now, Mrs. Buff, it's a great nuisance that Mr. Buff can't come in today, but it's no reason to go to pieces.
It's not, well, I was chased here, all the way from the house, by a rhinoceros.
How many horns do you have?
Don't make me laugh.
Give her a chance to speak.
It's down there by the entrance. It seemed to want to come upstairs.
My God!
There it is. Down there, it is one.
Of course it's one down there, turning round and round.
I can't see a thing. It's an illusion.
Can't get up here, there's no staircase any longer. Come and have a look at your rhinoceros.
Coming.
Yes, you're the rhinoceros expert. Take a good look.
No rhinoceros expert.
Oh, look at the way it's going round and round. It looks as if it's in pain. What can it want?
It seems to be looking for someone. Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see it.
Maybe we're all imagining things. And you too.
I never imagine things. Something is definitely down there.
What do you mean, something?
It's obviously a rhinoceros. That's what you saw before, isn't it? And you too?
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, it's a long staircase. And a good thing too. What do you think of how long I've been asking them to put in some stone steps in place that worm-eaten old wood?
I sent you a report a week ago, Chief.
It was bound to happen. I knew it. I saw it coming, and I was right.
As always. Oh, poor thing. It keeps on trumpeting and going round and round. What can it want? Oh, it's looking at us. Puss, puss, puss.
I shouldn't try and stroke it. It's probably not tame.
In any case, it's out of reach.
Poor thing.
Hunter.
The Asiatic one more to happen.
No, what are you rambling on about, Behringer? You're still a bit under the weather? Mr. Botar was right.
How could it be possible in a civilized country? It's all an infamous plot, and it's all your fault.
Why mine rather than yours?
Mine? It's always the little thing who'll get stuck with the blame. If I had my way,
You're
you'd
in a
never...
fine mess with no staircase.
Calm down. There's no time to quarrel.
It's all the management's fault.
I want to know how we're going to get down.
I shall take you in my arms and we'll float down together.
Get your horny hands off my face, you old pachyderm.
I was only joking.
My God, it can't be true.
What is it?
It's my husband. Oh, Buck, my poor Buck, what's happened to you?
Are you positive?
I recognize him. I recognize him.
And that's the last straw. This time he's fired for good.
Is he insured?
I understand it all now.
How can you collect insurance in a case like this?
Oh my God.
Oh!
Oh, Carrie, over here!
Don't upset yourself, Mrs. Boone.
Maybe it can all be put right.
Legally, what can be done?
You should get a solicitor's advice.
It's the sheerest madness. What a society. You can be certain of one thing. I shall report this to my union. I don't desert a colleague in the hour of need. This won't be hushed up.
My poor darling. What's happened to him? My poor darling.
You feeling better now, Mrs. Book?
She's picking up a bit.
Would you like to become a member of the committee?
He's calling me.
Maybe I should go call the firemen.
Go.
Yes.
Yep, go
I
to
can't
it.
desert him. I can't desert him now.
What are you gonna do?
Watch out!
I won't abandon my husband in such a state.
You're a good woman.
I think she's gonna jump.
What's
Watch
wrong?
out! No! She can't do that!
No more than her
Ah! Oh, I couldn't hold her back.
She landed on his back in the saddle.
She's a good rider.
They're off.
No, dear, let's go home.
They're off on a gallop.
Oh, really?
Ever do any riding?
A bit. A long time ago. Is she still on the telephone?
I couldn't get a hold of the firemen.
Fine state of affairs.
I had trouble getting a hold of the firemen, I mean.
Well, are there fires all over the place then?
No, there aren't any fires. The firemen have been called out for other rhinoceroses.
Other rhinoceroses?
Yes, other rhinoceroses. They've been reported all over town. This morning there were 7. Now there were 17.
What did I tell you?
Oh, I'm hungry.
There have been 32 that were reported. They're bound to be confirmed soon.
There's exaggerate.
Are they coming to get us out of here?
Yes, the firemen are coming.
We'll have to make up for lost time.
It seems as if the work is out of our hands.
That's true.
If anyone breaks a leg, it'll be the management's responsibility.
That's also true.
Do I hear sirens?
Fireman here.
That's the firemen.
Put up the ladder.
Up here, firemen.
I hold the key to all these happenings, an infallible system of interpretation.
I want you all back in the office this afternoon.
Too bad about the office, Mr. Papillon.
I don't know what the manager would say.
These are exceptional circumstances.
They can't force us to come back this way. We'll have to wait till the staircase is repaired.
After you, Miss Daisy.
Come on, miss.
Telephone me tomorrow morning, Miss Daisy. You can finish typing the letters in my house.
Goodbye, Miss Daisy.
Mr. Behringer?
See you soon.
I draw
Goodbye.
attention to the fact that we are not on holiday, and work is to resume as soon as possible. Did the rest of you gentlemen get that?
Yeah, of course, Mr. Papillon.
So go on exploiting us till we drop, of course. Who's next?
Go on.
Oh, after you, Mr. Papillon.
After you, Chief.
You first, of course.
Bring me Miss Daisy's letters. They're on the table.
Come on, hurry up. We've not got all day. We've got other calls to make.
Careful of the papers. Goodbye, gentlemen.
Bye, Mr. Papillon.
Careful of the documents. Dudar, lock up the office.
Oh, don't worry about it, Mr. Papillon. After you, Mr. Botar.
I'm about to descend, gentlemen. I shall take this matter up immediately with the proper authorities. I'll get to the bottom of this so-called mystery.
I thought it was all perfectly clear to you.
Your irony doesn't affect me. What I'm after are the proofs and the documents. Yes, the proof positive of your treason.
That's absurd.
You're insulting.
It's you who are insulting me.
I don't insult. I merely prove. Come on now.
Are you free this afternoon? Shall we meet for a drink?
Sorry, I can't. I'm taking this afternoon to make up with my friend Jean. Caught in an argument. Got very out of hand. It was
Come
not my
along.
fault.
Come along then.
After you.
Oh no, after you. No,
I insist, after you.
Oh no, after you, after you.
Hurry up.
No, after you, after you, after